From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
One Arizona county has the nation's worst access to healthy food. How officials are trying to find solutions to prevent childhood obesity across the state and nation.
Plus, a robot that can fight off germs. How one hospital in Phoenix is using a new technology to cut down on infections.
And there's a good chance these flyers are frequenting your backyard. How you can help a mission to track hummingbirds across the desert skies.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Carla Liriano.
And I'm Cassie RONDA. Thank you for joining us. A new report says children in Apache County have the nation's worst access to healthy food. Food insecurity is one of the top links to childhood obesity. Sabella Scalise is in Washington, D.C., where a panel of nutrition experts met to address the solutions which lie outside the family household.
Nutrition experts say healthy food like this is high in demand, and restaurants and food industries need to react and be accountable.
Kids' meals should have no junk in it. If we're embarrassed about what we're serving, let's change the food, not try to pretend that it's different.
But while demand for healthier food is up, the supply is not there for some areas. Food deserts, like reservations in low-income urban areas, can mean a nutritious meal is miles away.
It still continues to be a huge issue and one that we're going to have to approach in multiple ways to succeed at.
Experts on the panel agreed that one possible solution is bringing the food to the kids.
It is where school becomes critical. Many children eat 2 meals and a snack within those school districts, and so we have to make sure they're getting the best possible food.
When kids aren't in school, their access to food decreases even more.
When the children come back from being off, they are so hungry because they didn't get any meals. So again, looking at the school lunch program and putting our support behind it is imperative.
Panelists say now larger changes can be made because more and more people are finally embracing healthier choices.
That there are a lot of factors coming together now which gives us a chance to really make considerable progress.
In Washington, D.C., Sabella Scalise, Cronkite News.
We called the Apache County Public Health Department. They said the Arizona Nutrition Network is working with Apache County schools to teach students about proper nutrition and how to pick out the healthiest food from grocery stores.
It's a step to help people pay less for medical expenses. A bill introduced by Arizona Congresswomen Kirsten Sinema and Martha McSally passed in the House of Representatives today. It aims to prevent a tax increase on out-of-pocket medical expenses. Sinema says the bill will help middle-class families make medical costs more affordable.
The annual growth in healthcare spending has slowed to historically low rates. The out-of-pocket costs for hardworking families continues to rise. This legislation provides modest relief for middle-class families and seniors, and that's why it's strongly supported by the AARP.
Currently, people under the age of 65 can only deduct those medical expenses if it's more than 10% of their adjusted gross income.
As the 2016 election nears, political parties are racing to register new voters. An Associated Press review shows Republicans are closing in on Democrats in terms of the number of registered voters in 3 major states, including Arizona. The AP collected data that shows Republicans have added hundreds of thousands of voters since 2012. Other states where they have significantly increased voter rosters are Florida and North Carolina.
As the debate goes on over the health of the presidential candidates, neither candidate has a healthy lead in the polls. In a New York Times average of several different polls, Hillary Clinton holds a slim lead nationally, with 41% of those polled saying they would vote Clinton. 39% of potential voters say they would vote for Trump. A candidate seeing better polling this month, the Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson, seeing support of up to 9%.
Phoenix Police Chief Joe Yonner is calling an attack on officers intentional and unacceptable. 3 officers were hit at a Quick Trip yesterday morning, and the video released by the department may be disturbing to some viewers. Police say the suspect behind the wheel drove into the officers before crashing into the Quick Trip near Camelback Road and the I-17. Fortunately, all 3 officers are expected to recover. The suspect is facing charges of attempted first-degree murder and aggravated assault.
The man charged, arrested, and later released in the I-10 freeway shootings case is filing suit against state and county officials. Leslie Merritt Jr. was arrested for the shootings last summer. His lawyers announced this morning that they filed the court papers to sue. The suit accuses the state of false arrest, false imprisonment, and malicious prosecution. Merritt served 7 months in jail before the charges against him were dropped.
Arizona is being sued over a policy that is inconsistent in allowing immigrants to obtain driver's licenses. The policy currently grants immigrants protected from deportation the right to driver's licenses, but advocacy groups say that not all those who qualify are given licenses. The groups say that a single mother battling cancer, a domestic abuse survivor, and others were wrongfully denied. The state is reviewing the lawsuit.
Students from Challenger Middle School in Glendale will be moving to an unused school building for class on Friday. The Glendale Elementary School District made the announcement after they had to close down 2 schools due to structural concerns. The students will be taking classes at the Alhambra Elementary School District, which used to be Cordova Primary School. The district closed Challenger Middle School for at least 5 weeks while they wait on repairs. Students will be restarting classes this Friday. Do you think Valley hospitals and operating rooms are as clean as they can be?
A new robot is setting its sights on sanitizing. Coming up on Cronkite News, how the VA hospital says this bot can help battle bacteria and keep patients safe from secondary infections.
Plus, a deeper look at the food farmed across the state and the case for and against genetically modified plants. Every day, 1 in 25 patients end up with a hospital-acquired infection. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But one Valley hospital is using a robot to clear up those numbers. Cronkite News reporter Samantha Witherwax went to the VA today for a demo with this germ-fighting robot.
You are not seeing a video glitch. Those white lights are sanitizing the room.
I would say this right here is the greatest technology.
This robot is a germ-fighting machine.
What we're trying to do is ensure that we eliminate our hospital-acquired infections.
Taking steps like this to prevent secondary infections can decrease them by 70%, according to the CDC.
Xenex uses pulsing and ultraviolet light to deactivate pathogens. That includes MRSA, VRE, norovirus, C. diff, and our users have seen reductions in their infection rates.
Harris said that germs are getting smarter and now they've begun adapting to the environment, but they're still powerless against this cleaning machine.
The germs have not adapted an ability to overcome that technology, and therefore it is effective on bacteria, viruses, and spores.
We're ecstatic because it's going to help us provide a clean and safe environment for the veterans, staff, and visitors.
Harris said they're hoping to get this technology into many more Arizona institutions soon, including the Tucson VA, the University Medical Center, and Honor Health. Reporting in Phoenix, Samantha Witherwax, Cronkite News.
Ford is moving its U.S. small car production to Mexico. Currently, Ford makes its Focus and C-Max cars in Detroit. By manufacturing them with its Fiesta model in Mexico, Ford expects to increase profits due to lower wages. The company will be building a new $1.6 billion assembly plant to account for increase in manufacturing. The Detroit plant will be getting new products to produce, including larger vehicles like the Ford Ranger pickup.
Genetically modified organisms have been at the heart of controversy ever since the mid-90s. Cronkite News reporter David Caltabiano checked out the ground roots to GMOs, as well as the alternatives. David?
Yeah, not only are GMOs in the national spotlight, with the most recent GMO labeling bill being signed in early August by President Obama, but here in Arizona, GMOs are being used to their maximum potential to yield the biggest results, which may have some consumers thinking of an alternative.
Breeding block right here of cotton.
The University of Arizona's Maricopa Agricultural Center is working with agri-chemical company Monsanto to create genetically modified cotton.
Again, we have BT cotton in here, so there's no caterpillar pests causing problems.
Dr. Peter Ellsworth specializes in integrated pest management and works directly with GMOs.
The very first outdoor planting of a GM cotton plant or crop was planted right here in this demonstration farm, probably no more than a quarter mile from where we're sitting here today.
Ellsworth says the crop was engineered with Bacillus thuringiensis, or BT, a bacteria that fends off predators.
People know them as woolly worms, and they came in and they were devouring the entire cotton crop. But the minute they got to the BT plants in the center of the field, they could no longer damage the crop.
Ellsworth says BT can eliminate the need for pesticides, which has saved farmers millions. The bacteria has also been implemented in other foods.
Some of the same BT genes have been put into corn crops, both corn crops that are used to feed livestock and animals, and as well as in sweet corn.
Although genetically modified crops can eliminate the use of pesticides, 57% of Americans still feel unsafe eating foods with GMOs, according to the Pew Research's study from 2014.
I would think that it's probably more than 50%, 57%.
Drew, along with GMO-free AZ, has made it their goal to educate Arizona on the dangers of GMOs.
So I don't want people to go vote about this. I want people to vote with their dollars. I want them to go to the grocery store and buy appropriate, responsibly produced foods.
You know what this is for me?
Pardon? Pestle.
In the midst of uncertainty, there is one man who isn't concerned with food production. That's because Greg Peterson grows his own food on his urban farm.
People really want to know what's in their food.
Peterson believes that's one of the reasons why urban farming is growing.
And if they're raising it themselves, they know that there's no GMOs in it. They know that there's no chemicals or few chemicals, and they know that it's nutrient dense. They know it's good, healthy food.
Peterson also teaches online courses on his website so others can grow food too.
Actually, for the last 27 years, I've been growing food on the property. For the last 20 years, I've been showing people that they can do it themselves.
The urban farm,
What are you seeing?
completed with chickens, has everything a regular farm would have, along with the added benefit of knowing what's in your food. In Phoenix, David Caltabiano, Cronkite News. Mary Ann Drew supports the alternative of urban farming, whereas Dr. Ellsworth supports urban farming but doesn't believe people should be turning down genetically modified food for urban farming. Live in downtown Phoenix, David Caltabiano, Cronkite News.
They are some of the tiniest members of Arizona's wildlife.
And experts are doing their best to track them across the desert skies. Coming up on Cronkite News, we take you to a special southern Arizona refuge where you can hold a hummingbird in the palm of your hand.
Cooler weather has hit the valley. Right now we have a high of 97, but will this cooler weather stick with us for the rest of the week? I'll have your full forecast up here next on Cronkite News.
This time of year, hummingbirds journey thousands of miles to Mexico. Many of them pass through Arizona on their trip to their winter home. Cronkite News reporter Katie BIERI went to the San Pedro Valley, where experts give the public an opportunity to get up close and personal with these small birds.
Researchers with the Southeastern Arizona Bird Observatory invite anyone to make the trip to see and touch the birds up close. This way they can learn more about the endangered species as well as track their migration.
Hummingbirds are amazing little birds.
They're smaller than the palm of your hand.
They really have a charisma much larger than their tiny size.
And quick, faster than a jackal. This time of year, the Southeastern Arizona Bird Observatory studies these hummingbirds and their migration patterns.
They drew us in and we got fascinated with them, and now we've been banding them here on the San Pedro for 21 years.
We will trap some birds.
Volunteers humanely capture these small creatures.
I push this lever all the way up and the net will fall.
And they meticulously place a band around the leg of the hummingbird to track it. People come from all over Arizona for the chance to hold a live hummingbird in their hand.
Cool.
Emily Tucker and her family drove from Chandler to celebrate her 8th birthday.
It is a tremendous privilege to have an opportunity to be so up close and intimate with these tiny little creatures.
Sherry Williamson, a nationally recognized hummingbird expert, hopes that these visitors feel a connection and a commitment to conservation.
They're brightly colored, they have eyelashes, they become very comfortable in people's hands. And there he goes.
Hummingbirds, being migratory birds, are among the hundreds of species that connect different parts of our world with one another.
The Southeastern Arizona Bird Observatory will have more banding sessions on Fridays and Saturdays into the early fall. In downtown Phoenix, Katie BIERI, Cronkite News.
Even paradise needs a little rain now and then, so if you're thinking about a trip to Hawaii anytime soon, here's a heads up for you. The National Weather Service says August was a wetter than normal month for much of Hawaii. Some record-setting rainfall was enough to end the drought on the Big Island and Oahu. But Hawaii's rainy season officially begins next month, and forecasters expect higher than average rainfall for the rest of the year. Sarah Lichterman is in our weather center. Any sign of rain here in Arizona?
Planning your next vacation, you may want to check the destination to make sure it looks just as beautiful as Arizona does today. 97 in Phoenix. As you go further north, it cools down. 71 in Flagstaff and 74 in the Grand Canyon. There has been drier air today, which has pushed rain chances out of our valley forecast. Enjoy this cooler air for the rest of the week. We are looking at, for the past 3 hours, moisture leaving Arizona, leaving us with drier and cooler air. This is what to expect for the rest of today. As you're eating dinner tonight at 6 p.m., sunny and 94, maybe you want to take your dinner out onto the patio tonight. Going into the morning, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., leaving for work, sunny and 73. This is what the rest of your week is going to look like. It's pretty cool Thursday and Friday, 97 and 99. Going into the triple-digit heat Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday, if you are going to the Cardinals game, make sure to bring a hat and stay hydrated. Sarah Lichterman, Cronkite Weather.
Arizona has the 6th largest Hispanic population in the country.
But sports teams are struggling to connect with that demographic.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how the Diamondbacks are trying to increase diversity at the ballpark. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Arizona has the 6th largest Hispanic population in the country. Over the last few years, Valley sports teams have made it a priority to engage and grow their Hispanic fan bases. Cronkite sports reporter Giselle Cancio is tracking the effort of the Arizona Diamondbacks to cultivate a diverse atmosphere at the ballpark. Giselle?
Last season, the Diamondbacks launched their Somos Hispanos, Somos D-Backs campaign, which translates to We Are Hispanics, We Are D-Backs. The goal? To embrace the team's Latino fan base more than ever before. A part of that effort, the Hispanic Heritage Festival the team recently hosted.
I've been around a number of parks, but so this is kind of unique. Being so close to the border, there's a lot of fans. There's a lot of fans that come up from Mexico.
On any given night, the Diamondbacks say about 20% of the ballpark crowd is made up of fans of Latino descent.
I think that they recognize, what the majority of the community is here in Arizona, and it is nice to be, like I said, appreciated and recognized for that, and on a bigger scale.
The Diamondbacks make Latino outreach a top priority, hosting multiple events, including their annual Hispanic Heritage Festival. And it's not just about the fan base, as 31% of Arizona's 40-man roster represents a Latin-based country.
We got an evolution right now, they call us, so we enjoy this.
The players even took some time before Saturday's game against the San Francisco Giants to snap selfies with fans at the festival.
We live in a state where it's a borderline state to Mexico, so it's really cool that they take that and notice and make something for more people of that race to come out.
There's one last Hispanic targeted event before the season ends. Saturday, the team hosts its final Los D-Backs Fiesta de la Familia, featuring live music, food, and family entertainment. In the Media Center, Giselle Cancio, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, a debate on whether or not an information center should be built at the entrance of the McDowell-Sonoran Preserve. And we'll hear the story of a blind triathlete.
I'm Judy Woodruff on the next NewsHour, the first of a two-part series on forced marriage. We look at the issue among American-born women here in the U.S. That's Wednesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.